Nobody asked, but when I saw that they were gonna remake Link's Awakening, again, giving it a nice fresh new coat of modern paint, I was a little concerned. But there was a reason I was concerned, a dark and foreboding reasons that keep children up at night. And that reason has a name, and that name is Kirby Star Allies. Let me start by saying I like Kirby Star Allies, but it pales in the face of Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey and Smash Ultimate and Fire Emblem Three Houses. Oh my gosh, these are masterpieces. Dang! In the midst of these series redefining beauties, Kirby was average. They wanted to keep it cute and playful, but in the end, that meant it provided very little challenge for seasoned gamers. While pretty much every game I just listed is so good because they acknowledge that they have a largely adult fan base and provided a bit more of a balanced experience to keep adult fans engaged. Now remember, I said I do like this game, and I'm not going to stand here as a 24-year-old man and complain that this company that makes primarily E-rated games didn't make this one game special just for me. In fact, I think it's good that Nintendo's still making content that's great for kids who are just starting to get into gaming, providing experiences that aren't too challenging for a child, and of course, content-wise, are squeaky clean instead of... So based on what I knew about Kirby Star Allies, I saw these trailers for the new version of Link's Awakening, and I saw the art style and the play style, and it was really cute, and I didn't really get my hopes up that high. Because I thought this'll probably be another Kirby, an easier game mainly for kids, not necessarily for me. But, while Kirby was cute but short and easy, Link's Awakening is cute, and it's super fun. This is a delightful little game. You play as the brave hero Link, and you start your game waking up after being washed ashore by a gnarly storm. After that, you explore. Link's Awakening technically isn't an open world, but it may as well be. The joy of this game comes from exploring and figuring out what needs to happen next. Typically, I get frustrated quickly with games that are vague on directions and instructions, but this game isn't bad at those things by any means. It manages to tell you what you need to know, but also give you some freedom to learn a few things for yourself. It's a difficult balance many games fail to find, yet this one does. The world isn't huge, so you don't have to explore too long usually to find where you need to go, and even when you don't have a specific goal in mind, the game remains enjoyable in the simple moments of walking around the overworld and fighting bad guys. The game is pretty short, but I don't mean that as a negative. It's short, but it's still a proper $60 Nintendo game worth its asking price. I wouldn't say it's short like The Order 1886, where it's short because the devs didn't seem to care enough to make a full game. I think it's more accurate to say it's short like how Shadow of the Colossus is short. It's not a 60-hour game, but only because there's little to no filler. Every moment of this game you're doing something fun, important, or oftentimes both. And it maintains being a very engaging and rewarding experience throughout, like Shadow of the Colossus. Now, there are a couple things about the game that I don't love. Unfortunately, there are consistent frame rate dips that I'm sure you've already heard about, but I must say that they are far more noticeable than any frame rate issues I've seen in other recent games. That's an issue I genuinely hope gets patched out, but that being said, it was never a deal breaker for me. Not a game-breaking bug, just an unfortunate little quirk. Secondly, for a game that does so well modernizing and remaking and retooling a game from ages past, I think the controls are a bit archaic. They're not too bad once you get used to them, but instead of having proper 360-degree movement, Link can only move in 6 directions. And this causes the movement to be a little choppy at times. Again, not a deal breaker, didn't ruin my experience or enjoyment in any way once I got used to it, but it just seems like something that would have been worth updating for the Switch release, but unfortunately it seems like that got overlooked. Overall, I love this game. It's cute and it's fairly challenging and it's fun. It's really fun. And at the end of the day, that's what gaming's all about, right? 4 out of 5.